Okay, with this video, we're going to talk about how to get your federal tax lien removed and get a fresh start with the IRS on your past due taxes. First, people need to know what exactly is a federal tax lien. And a federal tax lien really establishes the government's legal claim to your property when you have past due taxes. It actually attaches to all your property, real estate, personal property, and financial assets. The IRS will actually file a public document called Notice of Federal Tax Lien to let other creditors and potential creditors know that the government has a legal claim to your property. When exactly will the IRS file a Notice of Federal Tax Lien? Well, first, the IRS is going to evaluate and determine that you actually owe taxes. Second, the IRS will send you a bill called a Notice of Demand for Payment that will explain how much you owe and why they think that you owe that extra tax. Lastly, if you don't pay the bill by the due date indicated, the IRS will file the tax lien. How does a tax lien actually affect you? Well, a tax lien attaches to all of your assets, property, real estate and personal, securities and financial accounts, automobiles, etc., and attaches to any future assets acquired while the tax lien is still in effect, such as gifts, inheritances, or even future purchases. Now, a tax lien shows on your credit report, and it will limit your ability to be approved for new credit. If you own or have an interest in a business, a tax lien will also attach to the business property and all rights to business property, including accounts receivable. What about bankruptcy? Well, if you file for bankruptcy, your tax debt, the tax lien, and the notice of federal tax lien may actually carry forward after the bankruptcy is discharged. So how do you get rid of a federal tax lien? Well, the most obvious and quickest, easiest way to get rid of a federal tax lien is to pay your past due taxes in full. But this is not always an option for people. After you've paid your tax debt in full, the IRS will release the tax lien within 30 days. So what if you can't pay it in full? Well, there may be circumstances that exist which can be used to your best interest and the best interest of the government to lessen the impact of the tax lien without removing it, such as discharge of property. This allows a property to be sold free of the tax lien, and then the proceeds can be used to reduce your tax debt. Subordination. It allows other creditors to have a priority over the IRS, making it easier to get a loan or a mortgage that can then be used to reduce your tax debt. Withdrawal. A withdrawal actually removes the public notice of federal tax lien, so other creditors are assured that the IRS doesn't have any claim to your property or assets. So how do you avoid a tax lien? Well, you can avoid a tax lien by filing and paying your taxes in full and on time. If you're not able to file or pay your taxes on time, don't ignore the letters and correspondence you get from the IRS. There are options to pay and settle your tax debt over time instead of all at once. If you're not able to negotiate favorable terms on your own, consider hiring a professional to represent you before the IRS to help resolve your problem and preserve your rights. Don't confuse a tax lien with a levy. A levy actually takes your property to pay your past due taxes. So if you don't pay or make arrangements to settle your tax debt, the IRS can actually levy, seize, and then sell your real estate, personal property, financial accounts, and other assets you own or have an interest in. A lot of people want to know, can I do this on my own, or do I need professional help? Well, that's going to depend on your situation, the complexity of your problem, and how comfortable you are with these types of tax and financial matters and dealing with the IRS. If you feel like you can handle it on your own, you can go to the IRS website at irs.gov. You can click on the Forms and Publication tab right there. If you find Publication 783 for instructions on how to apply for a certificate of discharge. You can find Publication 784 for instructions on how to apply for a certificate of subordination, or Form 12277 to apply for a withdrawal of your tax lien. Now, most taxpayers are actually going to be best served by hiring a qualified and experienced professional or firm because there are important eligibility and legal requirements that will help you achieve the most favorable and manageable result while preserving your rights at the same time. The filing of a federal tax lien by the IRS usually signals that they're going to get more aggressive in their attempts to collect from you the past due taxes that they're claiming you owe. And so at that point, it can be kind of tricky to navigate on your own. So you might want to consider hiring a professional. Now, if you're unsure about your situation, just for watching this video, you're entitled to a free consultation. Go to the Lazat Law Group website at getllg.com. There'll be a tab there for a free, no-risk, no-obligation 30-minute consultation to discuss your options. This will be a phone consultation, so you can be anywhere in the United States and its territories.